Welcome to Champions Code. I'm your host, Kane Swift. Today on Champions Code, imagine a world where the greatest victories come after the most crushing defeats, where a champion's strength is tested not just on the court, but in a hospital bed. Today, we uncover the shocking truth about Serena Williams' journey, revealing how her vulnerability became her greatest power, and how you too can rise from your lowest moments to redefine what's possible. The steady beep of a heart monitor cuts through the sterile silence. Serena Williams lies motionless in a hospital bed, her powerful frame now fragile, betrayed by blood clots threatening her life. Just months earlier, she had claimed the Australian Open while 8 weeks pregnant. Now she fights for survival, her newborn daughter nearby. The distance between these two moments, triumph and mortality, tells a story far deeper than sports. You might wonder how someone who dominated tennis courts worldwide could become so vulnerable. But perhaps that's the wrong question. Maybe the real mystery is how someone could harness their vulnerability to become unstoppable. Picture a 3-year-old girl on cracked public courts in Compton, California. The surface is uneven, marked by potholes and neglect. Sirens wail in the distance. This is no country club. This is where champions are forged in fire. Richard Williams stands watching his daughters, Venus and Serena, their small hands gripping rackets too big for their frames. He has no formal coaching experience, just a vision and an unwavering belief. While others see limitations, their circumstances, their background, their skin color, he sees possibility. You know that feeling when everyone tells you something is impossible, when your dreams seem too big for your reality. Serena lived in that space every single day. The 1980s Compton landscape tells its own story. Graffiti marks territory, hip-hop beats pulse through the air, gang violence lurks around corners. Yet there's Serena, focused with preternatural intensity, hitting worn tennis balls against a wall. Her father teaches from tennis books and videotapes, creating his own methodology when traditional paths are closed. But different isn't wrong. Different is revolutionary. The family moves to Florida, trading Compton's rough edges for the manicured lawns of a tennis academy. The contrast is stark. Here, tennis follows rules, traditions, expectations. Serena's unorthodox training and fierce style raise eyebrows. Critics whisper about her father's methods, her family's ambitions, their very presence in this carefully curated world. Think about times you've entered spaces that weren't built for you. Remember that discomfort, that pressure to conform. Serena faced it daily, but refused to shrink herself to fit others' expectations. At 17, she storms the 1999 US Open. The establishment watches as this teenager from Compton dismantles their preconceptions point by point. Her victory isn't just about talent, it's about defiance. Every serve, every return carries the weight of those who said she didn't belong. But success breeds its own battles. The 2001 Indian Wells tournament becomes a crucible of racism and hate. The crowd's hostility is palpable, their jeers cutting deep. Most players would crumble. Serena wins anyway. When you're fighting for more than just yourself, surrender isn't an option. She achieves the Serena Slam, holding all 4 major titles simultaneously. Her dominance is unprecedented. Yet critics focus on her muscular frame, her emotional intensity, her otherness. Every triumph comes with an asterisk of prejudice. You felt it too, haven't you? That bitter taste when others try to diminish your achievements, when they can't separate your success from their preconceptions. If you're enjoying Champions Code, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Champion's Edge. Learn the elite mindset of warriors like Jordan and Phelps to intelligently outperform. Now, back to the episode. Her body becomes both weapon and battlefield. Blood clots threaten her life in 2011. She fights back. She wins the 2017 Australian Open while pregnant, another statement of defiance. But after childbirth, those same clots return, more dangerous than ever. This time, lying in that hospital bed, the battle isn't against an opponent across the net. It's against mortality itself. The same fire that drove her to 23 Grand Slam titles now keeps her heart beating. The 2018 US Open Final. Years of fighting the system, pushing against boundaries, carrying the weight of representation explode in a moment of raw humanity. The controversy overshadows the tennis. Critics who never understood her journey are quick to judge. But here's what they miss. Champions aren't defined by never falling. They're defined by how they rise. Today, Serena's influence extends far beyond tennis. She's transformed not just how the game is played, but who gets to play it. Young girls who look like her now see possibility where once there were only barriers. She's shown that being different isn't a disadvantage, it's a superpower. So here's your challenge. Look at what makes you different. Those qualities others have criticized or dismissed. That fire inside you that refuses to dim. What if, like Serena, you stopped trying to fit in and started using your uniqueness as fuel? Remember that little girl on those cracked Compton courts. Remember the woman who won Grand Slams while creating life. Remember that champions aren't born in comfort. They're forged in fire. Your differences aren't weaknesses. They're your source of power. The question isn't whether you can overcome them. The question is, what will you achieve when you finally embrace them? Because the greatest lesson from Serena's journey isn't about tennis. It's about the unstoppable force created when fear meets fire and fire wins. On the next episode of Champions Code, imagine if the resilience that fueled Serena's career could be bottled. What would it look like? Next week, we meet another titan of tennis who turned pain into power. Rafael Nadal's journey is a testament to the indomitable spirit that lies within us all. Don't miss his story of transformation and triumph, because in the world of tennis, no two journeys are alike, yet every champion shares a common thread, an unbreakable will. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Champion's Edge. 7 days, 7 champion habits. Train your mind like an Olympian and outmaneuver competitors while putting in less effort. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/cc. Thanks for watching.